Hello everyone. This is for the discussion post for natural imperfections and human longing. The first question is, what is a birthmark? A birthmark is when blood vessels and the pigmentation in your cheeks or anywhere on your skin there is a seen blemish within the skin. You can see it anywhere. It can happen throughout the body. When you were born, it doesn't really mean anything significant when you have a birthmark on you when you're born. It's just something that happens when it's a tough birth, and some people have them, some people don't. It really just depends. And Hawthorne, his suggestion for Georgina's birthmark was a symbol of immortality. It was supposed to be like a fairy's handprint that had touched her cheek. But eventually, as the story goes on, he becomes disgusted with it once he marries her, and he can't even look at her, and she can feel the distaste that he has for her with this birthmark that's on her cheek. And others see it as beauty. Hawthorne was a scientist. He eventually wanted it to be removed. He didn't want this on her cheek because he no longer was attracted to her. So he kissed her cheek because he had gave her poison, and it was supposed to allow her cheeks to be more rosy, so you couldn't see the distinctness in the birthmark on her cheek. But in the end of the story, I presume she actually does die from this poison. And his worry was that if he was to do anything to the birthmark, that it would sink further, the hand, the fairy of mortality, that the hand would sink further and further into her cheek. So he kissed it, realizing the symbol of beauty and the mistake that he had made by trying to get rid of an imperfection or a so-called flaw. So I think that the connection eventually leading off of that he made was that his necessary feeling for control of this person that he had married, Georgina, and this flaw that she had, he needed the control to get rid of it, and saying science can fix you, you just have to trust me. And I think it is very, very closely linked that he was striving so hard for perfection that he lost the exact thing that he was looking for, his wife, and the love that he had made with her. So I think that things that influence American culture today is makeup. There's this need to look and feel beautiful, and makeup for women a lot of times, and men, makes them feel like that is what makes them attractive, and a lot of people just say, well, if you're not wearing it, they say, are you tired? You look sick, but that's just because they're not wearing makeup. So I think that is a big influence, is that people don't feel pretty, they don't feel wanted, they don't feel appreciated. And I also think that in other cultures, makeup is just more of a natural thing, especially for the Egyptians, where it came from. It really was, it made them feel beautiful as suitors for kings and, Egyptian lords. But I definitely think an over sense of American culture that they teach us what beauty really is. Other ethnicities and all this, a lot of people say you don't need this to be beautiful. Everybody is beautiful in their own ways. So those are my thoughts.